Hello everyone, I'm Aaron, a birding naturalist. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to take you on a little tour of one of my favorite birding spots in my hometown of West Sacramento. So West Sacramento is in Yolo County, just near the edge of the county, near the Sacramento River. And it's got some really cool birding spots, really cool sort of pockets of habitat here and there, along with some much bigger stretches along the edges of the city. And so what I wanted to bring you here today was one of these pockets, kind of a little site tour of a birding pocket in West Sacramento called Bridgeway Island Pond. Let's have a look. When you first leave your car and visit the site, the first thing you do is you come up this tiny little bank and you're at the pond. So there are these set of 3 different islands that kind of run down the middle of the pond. And so lots of different birds breed out there, and then you've got all of the tules and cattails around the edges, which have lots more birds. So it's a really fun spot. So we'll see what we can find. A nice song sparrow preening in this and singing in the tops of these tules. And then to bird this site, basically what you do is you walk along the south edge of the pond, right along this levee or bank here. And there's a little access road. It's tucked in between the pond and this line of houses. And there is a gate there. The gate is always closed. However, there's a gap there you can see for pedestrians to walk through. So you can just slip through that gap in the fence and bird all along the south edge of this pond. And then at the far end, you'll see there's, way at the end there's a big levee. And you can go up onto that levee, and on the other side is the deepwater shipping canal in West Sacramento. And that offers some additional excellent birding and habitat. So we'll get there in a minute or two. All right, let's see what we can see here. Snowy egret. These sandpipers. It's a bit of a surprise. It's fun. Black stilts. Canada goose, barn swallow. Killdeer, American white pelican. Ooh, Caspian tern. Cool. Now check this out. There's a good-looking Caspian tern just perched on the edge of that island. Nice bird. You can see it's really large, sort of reddish orange bill, and nice clean dark cap, and the back is nice and sort of really light gray with the body being white. Beautiful bird. Big tern. Commonly found here in the Central Valley in the summertime, and they migrate south in the winter. Here we have a fun group. Greater yellowlegs, black-necked stilts, and long-billed dowitchers all hanging out together. Some fun shorebirding today. Three American white pelicans preening, along with a bunch of rock pigeons kicking around. Oh, joined by a fourth. So cool to see these birds. It's so fun to watch their behaviors. They evolved those long bills with those deep gular pouches so they can catch fish. But it's fun to watch them use their bills for other things, like taking care of their feathers. Well, this is a public access road that is on the edge of these ponds. You know, it also is right behind people's backyards. So I always try to be respectful, you know, kind of want to stay quiet. Just to respect the private property that is very close. And the houses that, you know, have people living in them. You don't want to be super noisy and make a lot of disturbance. Just kind of a way of being neighborly. So here we are at the west end of the pond. Pump station there. Some just nice open water. Great egret standing on the rocks, patiently waiting for fish to come by. And if we pan just a little over this way, snowy egret. Also doing some fishing this morning. All right, so here we are at the end of the access road and kind of near the foot of this levee. We're gonna go on up, see what's on the other side. Going up on this levee also allows us to have a nice view with a little more elevation to look back at the pond that we just walked along the edge of. So we'll go up and we'll do both. Take a look back and take a look forward. So there we have it. There's the deepwater shipping canal over here on this side. See there's somebody fishing down there. People come, they fish, they kayak and sail down the canal. People who bike along it and walk their dogs along it, run along it. It's definitely a nice sort of multi-use area. And people who can come and bird along it. Pretty fun. And then if we look back to where we came, a bunch of houses and a bit into the sun here. But that's the pond that we just birded along the edge of. So that's the edge that we walked down to get to here. And all the water and little islands that we looked across and found birds on. So this is a tree that's out across the deepwater shipping canal. And perched near the top of this tree are a couple of great egrets and a great blue heron. Fun to see them up on a tree. There's an adult and a little young black-necked stilt. Black-necked stilts breed on these little islands. So this little hatchling that was raised here. So cute. There's a green heron in the reeds, looking beautiful and slightly sneaky and camouflaged. Cool bird. Seeing that green heron reminded me that there's lots of other birds that are here that hang out in those reeds. There's very commonly heard and seen here marsh wrens and common yellowthroats, and then often, fairly commonly heard and more rarely seen things like Virginia rails and sora and common gallinule. Really fun marsh birds to come and try to find as well. And it's great in so many different seasons. In the spring and summer, you've got birds that are here breeding, like American avocets and that baby black-necked stilt that we saw. Many other birds as well breed here. In the wintertime, this place piles in with all sorts of shorebirds and ducks and geese. This is one of the best places that I know of to see all three of the California teal species. So that's cinnamon teal, green-winged teal, and blue-winged teal, all in the same place at the same time. So that's a winter thing that happens here. So every time of year, every season, it's so easy to get to. It's so fun to come and watch what's going on and sort of watch the changing of the seasons. So I hope you enjoyed that tour of Bridgeway Island Pond. I will say that it's a little bit hard to find because if you try to plug this into a Google search or something like that, nothing really comes up. The best way to find this location is to actually go through eBird. eBird has this spot marked as a hotspot, and you can go and you can take a look at all the different birds and all the different species that are seen here in various seasons. So you can check it out, and it gives you a really great point on a map to find this spot. So definitely recommend checking this place out on eBird first, so you know where you're coming. But if you're ever in the West Sacramento area, I strongly recommend a visit to this pond. It's a great spot. Thank you very much for the view. As always, enjoy the natural world.